Okay. I am you from the future. No time to wait a minute.
Shadowbread for Kaiju Pop here. We're talking about No Time to Explain. And this is a game by Tiny Build Games. Started out as a browser, eventually became a PC game, and Xbox One last year. Just came out on PlayStation 4. Just a moment.
Aren't you supposed to be passing out by now?
Hard to talk over that shouting. You can see here, very simple controls, movement, jumping, and shooting. And you won't be doing a lot of jumping.
I should have been an architect!
Most of your jumps and things like that actually come from your laser instead. It serves as a kind of jetpack. And there's a lot of physics involved.
Who's gonna water my virtual plants and feed my virtual cows?
So much shouting. So you can see here it's used for destruction of certain blocks, but also for moving around, like jumping like that. But as you can see here, it's kind of hard to judge sometimes.
What kind of monster is this thing anyway? Oh!
Looks like a shark to me, but I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes like this.
I must eat my way out! Oh god, my teeth!
And it is kind of a pain,
Ah!
because you don't always know what's coming ahead. So a lot of what happens is actually based on luck. There is skill, but there's also a lot of luck, and I overshot that.
Eat your vegetables!
And once more, with feeling.
Tell my family it was a quick death!
Yeah, so it's hard to recover from things like that.
Eat your vegetables!
But unfortunately, it doesn't really have the same feeling as the Super Meat Boy or things like that.
Oh god, where are my legs?
Because there's just too much luck involved. Although,
my lawyer's gonna hear about this!
of course, this is really just my skill. But I'm talking about in future levels. It's harder.
This is extremely improbable! My insides and my outsides are in pain!
The nice thing is that on levels that don't have destructible bits like this, when you do screw up, you are just brought back to whatever the last safe location was. So there's that.
I must eat my way out! Oh god, my teeth!
As you can see right here. So I'm gonna die, and poop, right that. So, it's only a big problem.
Doc was right! Time traveling is dangerous! Ah!
On levels where there are destructible things, it can be a big challenge. But fortunately, every level is super short. Now here's what I was talking about. You can't really see ahead, so you can't always tell what's going on. Now it takes me a long time to figure out that you're actually not supposed to go down in this one. But it is another good point. Like, you can't always see around. You can't look, you can't do anything. So basically, you're forced to just hope that you can get something good in a lot of levels. Especially in the later stages, when you get different abilities that are actually a lot more difficult to control than this laser. But I finally found out that you can go up instead. As you can see, you can collect these little hats that are scattered around so you can decorate yourself. They serve no other real purpose, but there you go. All you have to do is touch the vortex and you'll pass the stage, even if you fall into spikes. I shall eat my vegetables. So we're going to go ahead and dig through here. Have to be a little bit more careful, because if you dig too deep, you'll go right into the spikes. So some levels are just about firing your laser like crazy, and others are about more precise control. You gotta really think about it. So now the portal's open. Not too much to go through here. I'm gonna go ahead and make another staircase. Because again, if you don't fire down hard enough, you might not get the power you need to shoot all the way to the top. And that's very important. So because your laser can only bring you up so far, then you're kind of trapped. You'll fall down. And there you go. So here we get to see another of the weapons that's introduced in the game. We're gonna get... Oh, goodbye! You're gonna get the shotgun. So, there's a lot of versions of you that will appear throughout the game. And they're all future versions from all kinds of different worlds. Sci-fi, dinosaur... And so there's a lot of tongue-in-cheek humor going on here. And it's pretty nice. A lot of it is also hit or miss. For me...
Doc was right! Time traveling is dangerous!
For me, more often it was missed, but it was bearable. Like, I could get through it. And I just launched into a goalpost of spikes. So you're trying to figure out what happened to the you of the future that was attacked by a giant crab in the beginning and a giant shark in the beginning of this video. So let's go on and fight that shark, why don't we? So here we have a boss stage, back to the laser, and we've got water down there. So water is always, it can always be hit by your laser. It doesn't have to have anything underneath it, which is really nice. Now here you can see we're not traversing through a level, we're just on one stage, a couple of platforms, and I'm supposed to hit the shark's tail. And he'll do these jumps, drop bombs, and those will hurt you. Now on the boss stages, unlike other levels, you don't have infinite lives. You instead have the you have a certain amount of lives. It's like 3. So the shark here, I'm gonna zap him, zap him, zap him, and he eats me. And there you go. You can see I've got 1 of my lives is down, and come back up. You do get a little bit of an invincibility point, but I forgot to jump over that bomb, and here we go again. Shoot the shark again. The bosses are not too difficult, although they do have the same kind of cheap feel that the levels have. They'll give you a lot of deaths that you don't really feel are earned. And there you go, boss is killed. Time to go to another stage. But we're going to skip ahead a bit and check something else out.
What the hell is this? You better explain where all this is going. And who's this guy? And what happened to the giant crabs?
Roger, Dodger.
Ah!
So here we have just another example of the kind of just variation in the levels you'll get in the game. This is the dinosaur future where you have dinosaur rockets and dinosaur jet planes and all sorts of crazy things, but you've still got your laser. This time you're moving around the actual jetpack instead of your laser being used to get you around. Now in this one, like a boss stage, you do have a certain amount of lives. And that's actually kind of annoying because, yeah, if you lose all your life, like I just lost 1 there, if you lose all of them, you've got to do the entire thing over. And these levels tend to be a lot longer than the platforming stages. So, I did not know that the laser would come out and scan all the way across the screen, so I lost another life there. It hurt. And I was trying to get up there, but I didn't get there in time. Fortunately. There you go. But, if you are interested in games like this, or just games in general, head on over to our website at kaijupop.com. And follow us on Twitter at kaijupop, and follow, like, subscribe, do whatever, and enjoy yourselves out there. So, goodbye.